Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond the Evidence. This is the channel where justice matters. My name is Marv. I am a true crime fanatic, and I love to dig deeper into the mysteries of unsolved cases. Join me as we search for missing persons, uncover the clues in unsolved murders, follow along with jury trials, and we'll be a voice for the voiceless. I'll share with you the facts, the theories, the clues, the evidence, and the controversies that surround these cases. This is Beyond the Evidence. Hello. Oh my goodness, what a day. It seems like something's been against me so that I don't do this particular story. I don't know why, but we are going to do it tonight. I am just finding my script because I closed it like a dum-dum. Hey, Andrea. All right. That is not my script. Where to go? I got way too many things in this folder. There we go. I found it. How many of you remember the story of Athena Brownfield? I know I reported on it a while back. Waving to my daughter. Will you close my door there so that the animals don't get in here again? Do you want a drink of soda before you do that? There you go. Okay. Hey, Jill. Hello, Pam. I am working on that banner for you, for Tabitha. I need you to send me your email address, Pam Tate. And then as soon as I get that done, I can email it to you and then message you and let you know that it's done, that I sent it. All right. Sorry, I'm discombobulated, but we're getting on task now. As I said, how many of you remember the story of Athena Brownfield? Because I remember doing this story last year. And then when I was writing out the script to do this update show, I was like, okay, I remember the first part of this, but I do not remember the second part at all. And so some of you might be shocked at the update on this story. It's so sad. Another innocent, brutal unaliving of a child that didn't need to be done. So I'm going to share my screen here. All right. So tonight we're talking about little Athena Brownfield, age 4. The heartbreaking story of Athena Brownfield, and I named it A Journey Beyond the Evidence. So Today, we're talking about the heart-wrenching story of the Athena Brownfield case that has left a lasting mark on the community of Cyril, Oklahoma, and beyond. We caution our viewers, the details of this case are disturbing. And if you remember, this is one of the flyers that we saw last year when she was missing. And here's another little picture of her. So cute. Another very young one. And then we also had a black and white one. A lot of you might remember her in this picture. This picture was shown on the news all the time. So, let's get into her story. Athena Brownfield was born on September 6th, 2018 in Lawton, Oklahoma. She was known for her bright spirit and joyful demeanor. Behind that, her smile lay a tragic tale of neglect and abuse. The family has been private about their personal sentiments, but Athena's paternal grandmother expressed deep sorrow and a desperate wish for Athena to be found safe during the initial search. Now, I got some pictures here to show you. This is the same person. Athena's biological parents, Wesley Robert Brownfield and Jasmine Adina K. Brownfield, faced their own struggles. Wesley Brownfield has had legal troubles of his own. He was booked into Cato County Jail on failure to appear warrant for a DUI charge in Comanche County in September 2002. The details of his involvement in Athena's life prior to the events leading to her disappearance are not widely known. While his arrest is unrelated to Athena's case, he was in the same jail as Ivon and Alysia Adams. So this is mom, biological mom, Jasmine. This is dad. So Jasmine, the biological mother, battling mentally health issues, left Athena and her sister in the care of Alysia and Ivon Adams in April 2021. Jasmine signed a handwritten note allowing the Adams to seek emergency care for the girls, but no official court documents were filed to transfer guardianship. The Oklahoma Department of Human Services were not notified about the whereabouts of her children when they were in the care of Alysia and Ivon Adams. After leaving her children with the Adams, she reportedly failed to maintain communication with them and did not provide financial support for their care. So what did this mean? This means the Adams were not able to enroll the girls into school or get regular, routine medical attention for the girls. The last time Jasmine spoke to her children was about 7 or 8 months prior to Athena's disappearance. I call her Alyssa. Some people call her Alysia. I'm not sure what the correct pronunciation is, but she was related to Athena and became her primary caregiver. However, the care provided was far from adequate. A postal worker found Athena's sister alone outside their home, wandering the streets. And this is what led to the discovery of Athena's missing status. 2 days after Athena was reported missing. So her little sister, or her older, I think it's her older sister, was found by a postal worker walking alone on the streets. And 2 days later is when Athena was reported missing. Alysia and Ivon Adams were arrested. Ivon was charged with first-degree murder and child neglect. Alysia Adams was charged with 2 counts of child neglect. Later, her charges were upgraded. Now let's see if you guys remember these 2 individuals. So here is Alysia and Ivon Adams. Is this story starting to sound familiar to anyone there in the audience? Alysia Adams originally told investigators that on December 25th, 2022, around midnight, that Ivon had beaten Athena and held her by her arms. Athena was not moving and her eyes barely opened. He then laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 more times in her chest. She never moved after that. The caregiver told police that Ivon left on December 26, 2022, and buried her body near a fence line that was next to the couple's old home in Rush Springs. Ivon stated he placed a large broken branch over the burial site. The caregiver's social media presence is kind of disturbing. On December 29, 2022, Alysia went on Instagram and posted a picture of her manicure. Now, this is supposedly 4 days after Athena and her husband beat Athena to death. December 30th, 2022, she posted a photo of her at the hair salon and a picture of her husband's work party. December 31st, 2022, Alysia shared a quote that read, "I love New Year's, this feeling of starting over again." January 1st, 2023, she posted a picture and wrote, "2022 was a hell of a year, so ready to make 2023 mine." January 6, 2023, a picture was posted taken on a date with a new boyfriend that read, "Best night with the man of my dreams. Can't wait to build the best life with you." And here's some of the pictures that she posted. Athena's remains were found on January 17, 2023, in rural Grady County. The subsequent investigation revealed a harrowing account of abuse and neglect. The autopsy report revealed crucial details about her tragic death. Contrary to earlier confessions, the medical examiner's office found no evidence of physical lethal trauma to Athena's body. Instead, they found Athena's official cause of death was determined as acute pneumonia complicating malnutrition. So this is the part that I hadn't heard the updates on, and that I was like, what in the world is happening with this little girl? So the report indicated that Athena was under the 3rd percentile per weight for stature, weight for age, and stature for age growth charts. The screening detected that detected rhinovirus, enterovirus, human adenovirus, human bacuvirus, and COVID-19 in her system. That is a whole lot of viruses that this little girl had. And this has nothing to do with a beating. Athena reportedly weighed only 23 pounds at the time of her death. She was 4 years old. So all of you moms out there, how much should a 4-year-old weigh? On average, a healthy 4-year-old, how much should they weigh? So as I said, she reportedly weighed only 23 pounds at the time of her death, highlighting severe malnutrition. The children were not enrolled in school or taken to the doctor, which is indicative of neglect. I agree with that. Her death was ruled a homicide due to severe neglect she suffered. This heartbreaking case serves as a reminder of the importance of child welfare and protection. Everything was compromised all on this little girl. She had every upper respiratory virus that you can think of, along with COVID-19. Now, I had asked you guys a question, and I'm just going to bring up Google here. So 4 years old. Height, they are usually from 37 to 42.5 inches. Here's the big thing. Weight, females in pounds, 28 to 44 pounds is what I'm seeing. Owl, you got 27 to 46, which is very comparable. She was 23. 23 pounds. So, due to the results of the autopsy, charges were amended for Alysia Adams as Athena's primary caregiver. She was responsible for her well-being. The state argues that Athena's death was heinous, atrocious, and cruel, meeting the standards of the death penalty in Oklahoma. Alysia Adams also faces a charge of obstructing an officer for allegedly providing false information about Athena's cause of death, meaning she lied to them and blamed it on her husband, stating that he beat this child. Initially claiming Ivon had beaten her to death, the district attorney's office is charging Alysia with first-degree murder for allegedly putting Athena in a closet and depriving the child of proper nutrition. This level of neglect contributed to the decision to or contributed to the decision to seek the death penalty. These pieces of evidence collectively led to the conclusion that Alysia Adams' neglect was directly responsible for Athena's death, resulting in the first-degree murder charge. So what I did here, I gave you a little picture because, ta-da! We knew Ivon was charged. We knew Alysia was charged. Well, after this information came out, Ivon's charges were changed from first-degree murder to second-degree murder, and he faces charges of child neglect for Athena's sister and unlawful removal of a dead body. Alysia here, she's got first-degree murder. But along with that, here comes Jasmine. Athena's biological mother, Jasmine Brownfield, was arrested and charged with 2 counts of child neglect by abandonment. These charges stem from her leaving her 2 daughters in the care of Alysia and Ivon Adams, citing mental health issues and an inability to care for them. So, timeline events. January 10th, 2023. Athena's 5-year-old sister was found by a postal worker walking the streets alone near the town of Cyril, Oklahoma. The sister told the postal worker that she was hungry and lost her sister. Athena Brownfield was reported missing on January 10th, 2023. Jasmine Brownfield, the girl's biological mother, had left the girls with a relative thought to be a cousin named Alysia Adams, 1 to 2 years prior to Athena's disappearance. So I don't know if this neglect was going on that whole time, or if in the beginning it was okay, and then these 2 little girls just came to be too much for this woman, and that's when she started locking them in the closet and not feeding them. I'm not sure. I hope that both those girls didn't suffer for 2 years with this woman, because that would be so heartbreaking. Ivon Adams was arrested in Arizona on January 12, 2023, and charged with first-degree murder and child neglect. On January 16, 2023, Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation announced the search had turned into a recovery operation. They believed Athena had been killed. And this was a picture of one of the press conferences. On January 17, 2023, authorities found the remains of a child in rural Grady County near Rush Springs. January 17, 2023, Alysia Adams appeared in the Cato court, and her bond was set at $500,000. If bond was made, she would have to wear a GPS monitor. All right. January 19th, online records from Maricopa County Jail showed that Ivon had been released into the custody of Oklahoma authorities. He made his first appearance in court in the state of Oklahoma and was held without bond. January 25th, family, friends, and strangers gathered for a funeral, even though the remains found were not identified. That same day, a court motion is filed determining clarification is required and determines that all court files not ordered, sealed from the public view, and all transcripts of proceedings in open court will be available for examination by the public, which means they sealed the documents and now they're making them available. January 26th, the medical examiner identifies the remains found in Grady County and announced they were Athena Brownfield. May 8th, Jasmine Brownfield was arrested and charged with 2 counts of child neglect by abandonment. December 12th, 2023, Ivon's charges were reduced to child neglect and unlawful removal of a dead body. At the end of 2023, Alysia's charges were changed during court session to first-degree murder, child neglect, and obstruction of an officer. This was due to the autopsy showing Athena died from malnutrition, not by being physically assaulted, as previously alleged. She also faces charges for obstruction of an officer because she provided false information. January 3rd, 2024, Jasmine waives her preliminary hearing and a trial is set for September 23rd, 2024. February 15, 2024, the Cato County District Attorney announced they planned on pursuing the death penalty against Alysia Adams, who is charged with first-degree murder. As far as Alysia's hearings, we know there was a court hearing on December 12, 2023. She was arraigned on February 21st, 2024. A not guilty plea was entered for her on January 17th, 2023, and she was due back in court for a preliminary hearing on March 23rd, 2023. Why this is so far in between, you guys, I have no idea. But as I said, she was arraigned on February 21st, 2024. Her next court date isn't until August 14th, 2024. I don't know why that is. So I wanted to show you this because this is what Alysia Adams looks like now. Now take a look at that picture. Big difference between back then and now. If I didn't make sure that this was the right picture, I would have thought these were 2 different women. So a trial date could not be found for Ivon Adams. I think I couldn't find a whole lot on his hearings either. So as you know, court statement stated Alysia confessed that on December 25th, Ivon had beaten her and buried her near a fence line that was next to the couple's old home in Rush Springs. And one of the things that Alysia told the police is that he placed a large broken branch over the burial site. That's how they knew where to find her. But now we know Alysia didn't die, or Athena didn't die that way. She died from malnutrition and neglect. So what is the community's response? The community's response was one of grief and action. They rallied together during the search for Athena, hoping for her safe return. Despite the darkness surrounding her case, Athena's memory serves as a reminder of the importance of protecting vulnerable children and ensuring their safety. The community held candlelight vigils where community members gathered to remember Athena and express their sorrow. They held a funeral for her where everyone in the community came together to send this little angel off to heaven and to remember her. That's one thing I got to say for these cases, these communities are really pulling together. The community has honored the memory of Athena by building a memorial bench, which installed in Cyril Town Plaza across from the Cyril Police Department. It serves as a place for reflection and remembrance. The community has also come together to improve the area around the memorial bench and plans to add an angel sculpture with a plaque to raise awareness about child abuse prevention. There are plans to hold yearly events around Athena's birthday to keep her memory alive and to continue raising awareness about the importance of protecting these children. And this is the bench that they had created for her. It says, Little Sister, Athena Alexandria Brownfield. There is no footprint too small to leave an imprint on this world. Sweet little Athena, taken from us too soon. Your smile was contagious. Your laugh could fill a room. When God was searching for the most beautiful angel, he found you. Love conquers all. Our shy little butterfly, now resting in the arms of Jesus, dancing in the sky. I thought it was I thought that's beautiful. And it's got her picture on it, and it's got butterflies on it. So these are some of the pictures that I could find. This one was for her funeral. The evidence in this case is a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities of children and the importance of vigilant child welfare systems. As we continue to follow this case, Beyond the Evidence remains committed to uncovering the truth and seeking justice for Athena. Rest in peace, our sweet little Athena Brownfield. So how many of you heard about the updates on this case? Because like I said, all I remember is the sister being found, her reported missing, everybody out searching for this little girl, and then hearing about this woman, Alysia, whatever you want to call her, saying that her husband beat this little girl on Christmas, and I remember they found her and identified her. I had no clue about the autopsy results and the charges getting changed and the death penalty on being asked for on this woman until I did the research. I was like, wow, I did not see that one coming. It's very sad. Very sad case. Yeah. There's too many of these cases. I'm telling you, I've said it every time we do one of these. I repeat this. And I'm going to have to get into the Madeline Soto case because I heard some things today that were not good that I have a bunch to say about. But unfortunately, I am not going to be able to do it on a live stream or a video. It is so bad that it's going to have to be on the members only. It made me sick. I wanted to throw up when I heard this information today. I don't understand how anyone could do this to a child either. And to just not feed them. It's obvious the adults were being fed. Why is it so hard to feed these kids? It's not like they eat a whole lot. Not like a teenage son. Now they eat a lot. But these little girls, they're not going to eat a lot. So why aren't you feeding them the way that you should be? It's a tragedy. It really is. And I give this community big, big kudos for raising awareness on child abuse and child neglect. Because that's what they're doing by keeping Athena's memory alive. And they're speaking out about this, about neglect and everything else. And I'm sure that they're watching these little kids in the community. And if another one doesn't look right, they're reporting it. Because they don't want this to happen in their community ever again. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But that is the update on sweet, precious Athena Brownfield. And I want to thank you for joining me tonight and listening to her story. And I will keep everyone updated on any future hearings, trials, anything like that. So with that, I'm going to close tonight's live and leave you with this picture. Rest in peace, Athena Brownfield. We will always remember you. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Have a great night.